This is Brian. Brian Killpets 93 is my username for YouTube. So this is my newest gun. I bought this a couple days ago. It is a Mauser. In particular, it is a Chechen or Czechoslovakian Mauser, which are pretty decent. It's shamed for 8mm Mauser. Sorry guys. It holds 5 inside the gun, so I don't have to necessarily worry about any feeding issues. This does have a 3-lug lock up. And it does have a rotating bolt. When it's locked up, it's pretty freaking solid. It gives me the feeling of welded to the frame feeling, which you mostly hear that in only revolvers. And these sights on here, let me pull the light back on here, but they go out to 2,000 meters. Which, that's pretty freaking far. The odds of me shooting this far, or that far with this rifle, are very slim to none. It's just not going to happen. Now, I'm pretty new to collecting guns and everything. I just recently, here in a couple months, started really going out over the top with all of it. The capture screws on here, you can't really, oh there we go, it finally focused in, yay, are all chewed up. And then, same thing with back here, those two are kind of chewed up. When I bought this gun, I wish I would have noticed that I'm missing the swing swivel. But up here, I still have the same swing swivel. The bayonet thing, the bayonet lug, it's still on there. It's still pretty decent. All the bands aren't cracked. Everything works properly. There are no cracks in the wood, but there sure are dents, scratches, and everything else. I'd much rather have a dent or a scratch because that can be polished out rather than a crack. Not even up here where the wood's at its thinnest. It still has a gloss to it. It's just got dings and dents and looks old. Well, sure enough, it is old. This gun's pretty freaking old. But how you take it down, pull your bolt back. Okay. Pull this out. Okay. Now, this is going to be very difficult. I showed you guys how to do that. I'm having to hold on to the camera with my other hand and pull the bolt out. There we go. Now, my last video I made, I didn't realize that I went over the 10-minute mark on YouTube because nobody told me about that 10-minute mark on YouTube. So I went over and my YouTube channel would not accept it because I'm not that big into YouTube. I guess I don't have enough views or enough subscribers for that to happen. But anyway, I'm going to show you guys how to take down a Mauser bolt really quick. Alright, turn my camera so you guys can see it. Here's your bolt. Now to take this down, you have to have this on safety. And the only way to tell that is this part's going to be up. Your rifle would be facing this way. Okay? Now you have to depress this right here. Okay, that little plunger. Now I'm going to show you that too. Now, you turn, when you get this, you turn this to the left. If the rifle, imagine it as the bolt is in the gun and the gun is facing away from you, like it's up to your shoulder, and you turn this to the left and you keep turning. Now it's going to lock up again. push that in, and you turn. It's not really that hard. I mean, the Germans were on to something when they built everything. Same thing with Germans, Russians. They built stuff simple. Alright, and the simplest stuff is always the best. Well, not always, but they build it simple, robust. Here's your spring, here's your huge firing pin, but only this little top part touches. There's no carbon buildup on there, so that tells me that this gun's either been cleaned or sat in an armory or never really shot. The spring looks fairly decent. There's not a whole bunch of cosmoline on it. I oiled it. I didn't really take any cosmoline off because I didn't really see any. Well, I take that back. There's a little bit down in there. That little grayish, brownish, kind of looks like crap mixed with vomit color. But anyway, it's a pretty decent gun. Here's inside the bolt, if you guys can see it. It does have, I already covered the rotating bolt. Let's see, what else can I talk about on it? Now, I'm going to set this camera back down, and so you guys can see how to put it back together. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, one of the things I did not tell you, this little disc in your rifle, you set your firing pin in there, and you take your safety, and you can grab onto it like this, or however, which is comfortable, and you push down. You see that gap? Well, you take that and you swivel that to take everything down. Now, I don't necessarily recommend that. I mean, to take it down past this point, I mean, it's a bolt action rifle. That's not really going to be necessary. Alright, I'm going to put this back together before I run out of time, okay? Now, you hold your bolt like this by the top part, and you put this in. It don't really matter if it touches the sides or not. You start it to the right. Righty-tighty, lefty-loosey. That whole thing. Now, you're going to turn it freely, and then you're going to encounter a little resistance, and then it's only that plunger that I was showing you guys, and then you're going to hear a click, and then you take your bolt, and it's all simple. It's back to the way it was when it was in the gun. And anyway, this little plunger right here, right there. Nobody told me that you had to depress that, and I had found that. I took this whole thing down without anybody telling me, and put it back together like it had been my gun since I was born, you know, and been in my hands since I was born. I don't know, I guess it was just the German in me coming out, because this is a German gun. This is a German Mauser, but it was captured. It was a captured Mauser that went to Czechoslovakia. It wasn't made for Czechoslovakia. I mean, I'm not for sure on that, but with some of the markings on here, where are they at? You can't really see them. But anyway, I'm going to put the bolt back in. Show you guys how to do that. You just line it up and push and turn down. Take the gun off safe. I got like less than 30 seconds. But the sight picture is so low it's not even funny. But it's a good rifle. Only gave $260 for it out the door. Well, this is Brian. Have a good day, y'all. Hope you guys here in Illinois with this huge storm that's coming up don't get stuck, nobody gets hurt, nobody gets in an accident. We're supposed to get like 8 to 10 inches. But anyway, have a good day, y'all.